given in recognition of her continuous and outstanding loyalty and dedicated service to our School of Law. After graduating Phi Beta Kappa from the University of Iowa, Laura went on to Loyola Law, where she received her JD in 1992. After working diligently to become a partner at a prestigious Chicago firm defending healthcare providers, Laura gave up the safety of her career to follow her dream of becoming a novelist. She always loved reading and, even as a child, would devour an entire novel in a single day. She became a frequent contributor to many legal journals and eventually focused her immense talents on writing fiction. Her first novel, Burning the Map, was published in 2002 and became a New York Times bestseller. Laura went on to publish 14 fiction novels, most of which were translated into other languages and sold throughout the world. Her Izzy McNeil trilogy were beloved by crime fictions fans worldwide. Another great American novelist, Mark Twain, once wrote that truth is stranger than fiction because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities, and truth isn't. Laura experienced Twain's adage firsthand. While researching her sixth novel, The Rome Affair, Laura and her friend, attorney Kathy O'Daniel, happened upon a criminal case that formed the basis for her first nonfiction book, A Long Way Home, a young man lost in the system and the two women who found him. The book details the case of Jovan Mosley, a then 19-year-old, who Laura and Kathy met while visiting a different inmate. Jovan approached them and claimed he was innocent of the murder charges that landed him in jail and that the police beat him until he confessed to a crime he didn't commit. Laura's compassion and curiosity compelled her to take the time to not only listen, but also research Jovan's case. Remarkably, Laura learned that Jovan had been held for nearly 6 years without a trial date, and due to a mix-up in the public defender's office, was deprived of an attorney for much of that time. In 2005, Laura and Kathy went to trial on Jovan's case, pro se, and achieved a not guilty verdict, leading to his freedom. With Laura's help, Jovan went on to college and eventually graduated from Loyola University, Chicago School of Law, where Laura taught him legal writing. This experience sensitized Laura to the paucity of resources available to those who were found innocent after being wrongfully convicted, and she dedicated her life to helping them achieve justice. Her devotion to this cause led to Laura founding Loyola University, Chicago's School of Law's Life After Innocence program, an organization that assists wrongfully convicted individuals overturn their convictions, rehabilitate their reputations, and reclaim their lives. Laura loved the law. She loved Loyola University School of Law. She loved teaching, and her passion for justice, especially for those wrongly incarcerated, was contagious. The intensity of her devotion to clients whom most of society overlooked could soften the most hardened of hearts. Her advocacy for those for whom the law was, sadly, unfairly applied, was an inspiration to us all. When Laura passed away from cancer at age 52, famed novelist Scott Turow said, "She was brilliant, determined, and always a lot of fun. Her commitment to the wrongfully convicted was boundless. They had no more effective advocate." Laura being chosen for the St. Thomas More Award is fitting in so many ways. St. Thomas More himself was wrongfully imprisoned, not because he committed a crime, but because he refused to violate his conscience. Among all of Laura's multitude of accomplishments, she will remain best known for helping free a man who was also wrongfully imprisoned. Her conscience did not permit her to remain silent. St. Thomas More wrote, "I will uphold the law if for no other reason than to protect myself." Like St. Thomas More, Laura knew that the law was pointless if it was not fairly applied. She understood that, but for the grace of God, go any of us who might be wrongfully imprisoned if the law was not applied with fairness and equity. Finally, St. Thomas More, like Laura, faced death with confidence and cheerfulness. It is a testimony to Laura's great courage that many, if not most, of her friends and colleagues didn't know how seriously ill she was until the very end. Laura was one of a kind, brilliant, funny, and had a smile that lit up the room. But in the end, she didn't want to burden her friends and wanted to be defined by her achievements, not her illness. Shortly before his own death, St. Thomas More wrote to his wife, Alice, "May we one day meet again, merrily in heaven." May those of us who knew and admired Loyola have that same gift, that we will all meet merrily again.